So am I starting?
Yep.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Good. Good. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started, and we are only here for an hour, so we are going to bust a move through this very quickly. So I get the pleasure of going over setting up a Google form, going over types of questions, adding pictures and videos, answer keys, point value, and required questions. So I'm just going to go in and open up a Google form and go from there.
Are we okay for on our school email, not probably?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go to a Google form.
I have questions about Google Forms.
Okay, so here there are templates, or you can do a blank one. What I'm going to start you off with is just a blank one. Rachel's going to go over the different types of forms, but we're just going to do a quick setup of one. So I'm going to do a blank form.
Maybe you're in mine.
Okay, so you'll just want to delete it later.
Yeah.
I'm going to make it really inappropriate. So first you are going to give it a name. For this, I'm just going to put Google Training. And then from there, you can give it a description if you want. So we're going to go down to the first question. So there's multiple options for questions, and that's what is great, is depending on what you type in there for your question, Google will automatically assume what type of question it is, but you can change it. So right now it has the blank untitled question, and it says multiple choice. For this, you always want to make sure you put in there to have the students put their name. I always do last and first, because if you don't, you'll get a form returned to you and you don't know who turned in what. As I've done it. So you want to, so I do last, comma, first, name, and look, all of a sudden Google has said, oh, that's a short answer. So I don't even have to change it. Isn't that awesome? Google's great. So then you're going to hit this plus sign right here, and I will give me the next blank to add a question. Depending on what you're doing, it can capture the email or you can ask for email. I always just put email on there to make sure I have their email address, especially like when I do conferences or other typical things like this.
Duplicate this out? We can just duplicate it? You said plus.
You hit the plus sign right here. So you have that plus right here.
Oh, got it.
You hit that plus.
Thank you.
But duplicate is a great thing, and we'll come to that in just a minute. What? Unless you're using your school account, it doesn't capture email. So if you, we just wanted to show you that this is where you can put an email if you were doing like a presentation, or like when I did my master's program, we had to do surveys, so I used this for a survey.
I would have a period number.
You could put period number, you could put whatever you want. Just showing you a couple short answers. And then if I was having you guys do this, my next question would be district. And for this one, I'm going to show you something different because I want to do if you click over where that question is, it shows you short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, text box, or drop down. So for this one, I'm going to do it as a drop down, and then you just type in your different choices, PYLUSD. Then you just click down here to add another one, wait, I know, and then I hit the wrong button. AUHSD. Then I'm going to do Brea because I'm not even sure if they're unified or not. Then we'll do FJUHSD. And then last but not least, what is it? LAUS. Los Alamitos? Is that right?
Closing joint unified.
It is.
So we're just getting loose.
I'm gonna type another school.
Okay, and the reason for that, I'll show you in a minute what it will actually look like for your students. So we're just looking at some of those different choices of questions. So after we do that, this is all the demographic information that you want to get from students or from somebody you're working with. And what Tom said works really well is to break it up so then your students know now they've started on their test or they've started on the questionnaire piece of it or whatnot. So what you can do with that is you come down here. No, this is not so awesome. Right here where it says add a section. And I'm going to click that and it adds a whole new section. Yes. See, and now it says section 2 of 2. Yes.
When I set these up, it always adds points to that first section. Have we avoided it, associating points with that first section we made?
I think Google Forms knows that you're collecting date, name, email address.
But you know where it says like answer?
I can come over and look at it again.
So, and that's, I'm going to go, if you're jumping ahead, if you'll wait just a minute.
Okay.
I
don't see it.
But normally it doesn't add points unless you do that. So let's wait till we get there so we don't confuse everybody. So then,
You need to set the points to 0 to knowing that. So unless you click on that.
okay, and then here is where I would start with some of my different questions as far as if I was going to do a quiz or an assignment. So you can title this section, you don't have to. And then you're going to add your first question. So for this, because I was setting it up like I was going to do a survey and have you guys take it. My first question was, what Google app do you use most? And then it came up with short answer. Well, I don't want it to be short answer. I want it to be multiple choice. And then you can add in your options. So quickly, I'm just going to put in docs.
We're just doing it as a form right now. Oh.
Okay, so here is.
Okay, how did we get the?
I know I was going quick.
Oh, multiple choice.
Yes. So now I have multiple choice. And actually for this, I'm going to do checkbox because then they can check all of the ones that they use. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
Yeah.
They're not stuck picking one.
No, they're not stuck picking one. And then, so here comes the question about required or not required, and if you want to give it points or not, no points. So that's down here where it says required at the bottom. If you click required, they have to take it or it will not let them submit. They have to answer that question or it will not let them submit. So if it's something that you want answered, you're going to put required. And then this is where the question was about, sorry.
So I make the first section required, or does that associate points?
You don't have to associate points.
Yeah.
You
force them to type their name.
Yeah, no, you can make them it required. And that's a good idea to do. So then we have this question.
See,
And
it's answer key. As soon as you click on required, you see answer key. I don't know. That drives me crazy. So I was going to say required. Where did this pops up? I didn't do anything yet.
So I can sign in.
Well, it comes up.
Yeah, start creating answers.
But I mean,
it will only grade on what you give an answer key and what you add points to.
that's giving an answer key automatically. I did. It's checked. And that's what I had the worst time with. Yeah.
When we come back down to the point thing, which is one of the settings, I'll show you.
Right here.
The dot right down here.
Like a little tab. think that throws us into 2 points, which is, there's gotta be a
Keep,
way.
let me just gonna keep going. You
Yeah.
just keep asking questions that are going to be answered. Okay, then the next thing what is great is see this 2 pages right here? If you click on that, it will duplicate your question. So now you could change it to, I'm going to change this one to multiple choice because once you copy it, it's a new question. And instead of what Google app do you use most, I'm going to change it to what Google app do you use for presentations? Okay. Awesome. Are we still good?
Yes.
Okay, and then because it was set as a required, it is required, so if you don't want it to be required, you would need to go and just change that slide bar. Can I add another question? And with this question, we are going to add in a picture for them to choose from. So you come over here to your side box and you can add an image or a video. As easy as that. So you click on that and it comes open and you can upload it. You can use the camera. You can do it by URL. You can do it by Google Drive, or you can do a Google image search. So for this, I'm just going to put in Google because we're talking about Google. And I'm going to choose this one. Hit insert, even though since this has come up, they've changed what that symbol is, or at least on my phone. So now if I come down here, here is my picture. And the nice thing about Google is if you want the picture above the question, you just grab it and slide it up. And then for this one, I would put what Google app is the picture of, and then again I need to add in my options, so I'm going to put docs, sheets, maps, and then sites.
Can you go back to where you put the picture with
So right here on the side, right, okay.
and then what did you select? Just upload? Yeah, but what did she get? What did you
Google search. I think she probably did a Google Maps image off of.
Yeah, I did a Google image search.
Oh.
But if you have something on your computer that you want to upload, you can, or you can go and search and get the URL address.
Oh, I was looking for something.
I know, I was just going to say where. Okay, and then I'm going to come back up here and now if I want to add an answer key, no, it's not showing on here. Oh, that's right.
Want to make it a quiz, right?
So do you want me to just stop and you go from here because that's what you were going to do? Okay. Yes, we did that.
Yeah.
Yes, we did that. So here it's required. Okay. That's all. Yeah, because if you're going to do answer keys, I talked about required.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope, that's it.